Hello, it's Tanya again, and I'm back with Strange History this week. And it's a book I found at the thrift store a couple months ago. Mysterious Artifacts, Macabre Legends, Boneheaded Blunders, and Mind-Blowing Facts. And I have a new microphone, and it sounds weird to me, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to look into getting another one. But so you could hear me, a little bit better, I decided to go ahead and use it today. This story right here, it's called The X-Ray Shoe Fitter. In the late 1940s, the Adrian X-Ray Company out of Milwaukee made and sold 10,000 devices to shoe stores all over the United States that allowed customers to see just how well their shoes fit. By x-raying their feet while they were wearing the shoes. This does not seem safe. I've read this story and I looked over it again and I was like, what? Like, I, I don't understand why that would be a thing. Why you would want to do that. Why would you want to see how your shoes, I guess maybe they was just super curious how their shoes fit and they wanted to see how their feet fit inside the shoes. I don't know. Anyway, it was by x-raying their feet while they were wearing the shoes. The x-ray shoe fitter allowed them to see inside the shoe and also their bones via a small window on the unit. The machines were a popular novelty, especially among children. They sold this. Can you imagine, like, going to the store today? Let's say a big box store. Let's put. Can you imagine buying your kid a small little X-ray machine? What? That's like, oh, I'm gonna get Monopoly or Parcheesi. What other? I don't even know what other kind of. Oh, but I'm gonna get X-ray machine today at the store. What? I don't know. It's weird. Although the box where you rested your feet was lead lined, neither the compartment nor the viewing windows were sealed. How could you make a box that your feet go in and it's an x-ray, but they didn't seal it? They just didn't know the dangers of it. It was persistent radiation leakage. This is the late 40s. So it kind of was geared toward children and it leaked lead into your feet. The things that happened back then. As the nuclear age dawned and the dangerous effects of radiation came to be known, it's kind of late, these machines slowly started disappearing from shoe stores. Can you? Okay, they had these in shoe stores. I don't know if they sold them and let them take them home or if this is a shoe store thing. It's not saying, it's just said it was geared toward children. I guess they wanted to see how their feet look, like a fun thing. So, you know how you have gumball machines in places and you have little toys in machine. Oh, mom, I want to go to the shoe store and see what my feet look like in my shoes. What? Oh my goodness. Okay. They weren't actually banned by the federal government until 1970. It took from 1940 to 1970 for these to be banned. So I wonder how many people, I don't know how it works now, how many people got either lead poisoning, they got some type of cancer in their foot or their leg, or however, how much radiation that your body was, you know, even in like places like Chernobyl and place you can't walk real close to like the site where it's really high. So I wonder if you were exposed to this for a long period of time. Of course, I'm sure people weren't putting their feet in it daily, but it was a fun thing. So you can't tell me that kids didn't go in there and just want to see their feet. But anyway, um, it took many more years before they were officially phased out. The last radiation leaking X-ray shoe fitter was still being used in a Madison, West Virginia shoe store in 1981. Okay, 1940 they had them. They were banned by the federal government in 1970. There was still one floating around in a shoe store in West Virginia, Madison, West Virginia, in 1981. How many people put their foot in that? And you can't tell me they didn't just they put their hands in that tube. That's children and curious adults. You can't tell me someone didn't put their hands in there. No, it happened. It happened. That is crazy to me. I just don't understand how I, I guess when you don't know any better, it's just kind of a fun thing and it's cool, but you don't know the long lasting effects of that. Anyway, that's yeah, the Adrian X-Ray Company out of Milwaukee. They made 10,000 of these devices. I'm wondering if they're still floating around. I'd like to look that up. I did not look that up before I did this, but wow. Um, like I said, it allowed you to see your foot inside the shoe, and they were a novelty, especially among children. Although the box where you rested your feet was lead lined, neither the compartment nor the viewing windows were sealed. I had to read that again. They weren't sealed. How do you not seal that? Anyway, I'm stunned in my own story. um well, it's called the X-ray shoe fitter. That's a strange history. That's one of the more stranger ones, but yeah, they used an X-ray machine for to see your foot inside a shoe until 1981. Yep. Yeah, I'm just wondering what that last one. I would like to know what somebody said or did when they walked in a shoe store and saw that was an X-ray machine. Just winging it, laying out there for everybody to use, just radiation leaking everywhere. That's so weird. It's so weird what we allowed for so long and didn't realize it was, hurting us or, I guess that happens throughout history. Once you know better, you do better. But that is so strange that a machine that like now you go into an x-ray machine, you have to like put that thing over you and like that thing where it doesn't leak into you. And then, if you're pregnant and there's other things going on, you can't have an x-ray. Like there's steps to take for this. Like that's crazy. Anyway, just wanted to share that story about the x-ray machine on your feet. But I will be back later on with another story, and I'm really enjoying reading these. And I hope you having a blessed day and a good day or night, and have a good week or weekend whenever you are listening to this. And I will see you later. Bye.